That boy crazy about that girl. What you doing standing at that door?
My daughter said she was coming by.
Your daughter, the one that was out here yesterday that I saw?
Oh, no. I'm talking about my other daughter, Jennifer. My favorite daughter.
Your favorite? Honey, you can't have no favorites with your children. Because the very one you put all your faith and hope in will be the one to hurt you and let you down the most. I'm telling you now.
Well, I love all my children equally. But that Rebecca, she been out there in the streets doing some of everything.
And she fell out of favor with you?
Mm-hmm.
Glad you ain't God. Honey, children are individuals. See, that's what parents make their mistake. They think just because they give their child the exact same thing, the exact same amount of love, the exact same everything, they're going to turn out the exact same way. Children are individuals. They have their own individual experiences. You are not their only influences on this earth. Do you understand? That's why you have to find out which is the best way to get the best results out of your child. Per child gets a different result. Do you understand? Each child needs their own different result. Do you understand? Well, let me break it down for you if you don't understand. One of your children may have just say, you know what, just sit there and don't move. That child will just sit there all day long and not move. The other child, you got to say, if you move, I'm going to break your neck, your knuckles, your finger, your throat, and choke you half to death.
Yep.
But the child don't move.
That's right.
So both children didn't move. You got the result you wanted from both of them, but you had to go about it in different directions.
That's
Do you
right.
understand? That's all I'm saying. Children are individuals. That's why you have to be careful who you sleep with. Being had a baby with somebody you ain't met their whole family and your child is crazy as hell like that cousin they been trying to hide. A lot of parents love their children, but they don't like them. That's all right. I didn't even know that was possible. But you can love your child and not like them at all. There's somebody back there clapping right now. Stop all that clapping. Stop all that clapping. And if you sitting with that child right now, you better look straight ahead. Close your eyes. Just look straight ahead. You hear what I'm telling you?
You right.
I know I'm right. You can't blanket parent and think that both children gonna turn out the same way. They're individuals. It's like bringing strangers in your house. Honey, what you doing up here?
Well, my daughter Jennifer got married and her husband didn't like me.
They didn't answer my question though.
They kept my house.
Who kept your house?
Jennifer and her husband.
Honey, you got to explain this to me because I'm getting more and more confused.
I know. See, my other daughter that's on drugs mortgaged my house. And Jennifer, the good daughter, paid it off.
Okay.
And then they didn't have no room for me. And they moved me here.
Okay, let me see if I understand this. So you got a daughter that's on crack?
Yes.
That mortgaged your house and you didn't know it? And then you tell your other daughter, Jennifer, and she come up in there and she pay it off. But then she don't have no room for you in your house. And she move you out of your house. And that's the good one. Child, I take my chances with the crackhead. I don't know what the hell. No, child. What's the address? We need to go do a drive-by. Let's go.
Oh,
What's
no.
the address?
No. See, I understand. They had to sell their house to pay my mortgage.
Honey, sit down. Let me explain something to you. Somebody done ran the game on you. Ain't nobody finna go give up their nice, comfortable house to come live in your house unless you have the nicer house. Your daughter has run a game on you, honey. Well, is your house nicer than hers?
Yeah.
That's why the hell she was in your house. Don't think she did you no favors. So don't sit here making excuses for this child.
Well, it ain't her.
That's an excuse. Who is it?
It's her husband.
How's it her husband?
He pay all the bills.
I don't give a damn how many bills you pay. You ain't finna put my mama out her house. Now that don't make no sense to me at all. You got to explain that to me.
No, see, you don't understand.
Why not? I don't understand.
Well, when she was little, a lot of things happened to her. I just need to be there for her.
Please don't tell me you're one of the parents that believe anything your child say anytime they say it, however they say it. Ooh, I can't stand parents like that. They don't go and verify nothing. They just believe what their child say. See, I believe in trust, but verify. Do you hear me? Because just because it's your child, they are capable of making mistakes. That's why you have to get all the information before you go run to their defense. I know somebody like this now. The principal called and said the child did it. The school teacher called and said the child did it. The janitor called and said the child did it. The bus driver called, say the child did it. Homeless man on the street found a phone and called and said the child did it. A chihuahua was walking past and he did it, he did it, he did it. And she didn't believe nothing. And when you do that to a child, you are setting yourself up for failure, because you're gonna find yourself when that child grow up on the witness stand, sitting there trying to convince 12 members of his peers that he did not commit the crime, that you believe he did not do it. Do you hear what I'm telling you, honey?
You're right.
I know it. I know. This is what you got to understand about children. And hear me clearly when I say this. You cannot do that to a child. You cannot empower a child that way. Find out the truth first. Do you hear what I'm telling you? That's why I look at all these parents. You can't do that to a child. That is crippling. Like all these parents that give their child everything they ask for. That is the worst thing you can do for a child, is to give them everything they ask for. And I know what it is. You feel guilty. See, a lot of parents feel guilty because the child went through something. You wasn't there. You were supposed to be there. You were working. You had to do this. To hell with that. The Bible gave you one commandment: be fruitful and multiply. The rest of it's on the damn child to figure out what they are for. But what I'm saying is this: when you do that to a child, you cripple them. You handicap them by giving them everything they want. They don't know what it's like in the real world. I remember Cora came home one day talking about she wanted $5 because the neighbor had given her daughter $5. Well, she's a single mama. She gave her $5. Said, I don't care. You my child. I don't care what's happening next door. This is what goes on in this house. If you want anything in this house, you got to work for it.
That's right.
She said, that's fine. I'll just do what I got to do. I just need $5 because I want to go buy me some toys. Okay, fine. What I need to do, go wash the dishes. Okay, great. She washed the dishes, she come back in there with a hand out for the $5. I say, baby, it don't work that way. You don't just get it just because you asked for it. Now you got to go clean the closet. So she cleaned that closet up all night long. Next morning, she said, I get my $5 back. No, baby, you don't get it yet. When you get home, you still got more chores to do. I need you to wash your clothes. When you come up here, you're going to clean that oven. So she came back, she washed clothes, clean. Can I have my $5? No, baby, can't have it yet. This went on Monday, this went on Tuesday. By Wednesday, she had cut the grass, mowed the lawn, changed the lawnmower. By Thursday, she had washed the car and changed fire oil. You understand? And by Friday, she was so tired, she said, I don't even want the money now. I don't even want it. I said, no, baby, that's how I work in the real world. You don't work like a dog, and by Friday, it's payday, so here it is. So I'm going to make you work like a dog, and then I'm going to dangle a little carrot in front of you on Friday so you'll come back on Monday. So here's your money on Friday. And she said, thank you. Then she went to count it. It was $3.18. She said, I asked for $5. I said, well, hell, I took taxes out of it. That's how it is if you work. That's what I'm saying. That's what children need to know, honey. That's what children need to understand. They need to know the value of $1. Just because you have it to give it to them don't mean that they should have it. Do you understand?
You're right.
Because you do that to them as children. When they grow up, they have no sense of nothing. They leave your house and go get married to somebody. They think that man, that woman's supposed to give them everything that mama or dad did. That ain't the real world. You want something, you got to go your ass to work. That's how it works around here. You hear me?
That's right.
Because it's crazy. I just look at these people, grown folks, grown 40-year-olds sitting there counting on mama and dad and all that stuff. That is crazy. You cannot empower a child to do that much. Everybody on this earth, let me tell you something about guilt. Guilt will mess you up and your child. You can't let guilt rule how you raise, because you'll find yourself doing things you ain't supposed to. God has designed a midnight for everybody on this earth to go through. He has designed it. He didn't make it happen, but he allows it to happen, all right? And the reason for that midnight for you to go through it is not to destroy you. It is to make you stronger and make you better. You understand? So you're not supposed to despise it. You're just supposed to walk on through it. Now, if God has designed a midnight for your child as much as you love your child, and you come running there rescuing every time they go through something, you there to see them through it, then you are not helping them at all. You are blocking the thing that God has set up for them to make them strong. I don't think you're following me.
I'm following.
Let me break it down to you this way. If God has designed something for them to go through that's going to make them stronger, and every time they go through it, they can come to you and get it, then what do they need God for? You become their God. Do you understand? And what you need to know about him, he's a jealous God, and he will have no other gods before him. Do you hear me? I know it hurts to have your child go through something. I know it's tough. I know it's hard to watch them go through, but honey, you have to let them bump their head every now and then so that they can become full-grown adults who know how to handle anything, who can stand up on their feet. Your job is not to keep them from the cradle to the grave. Your job is to keep them from the cradle, let them grow up and figure out how the hell they're going to get to the grave themselves. Do you understand?
I never thought about it
You
like
ain't been
that.
thinking about much, is all I'm going to tell you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to let your children grow up. And as long as I'm on this subject, I'm going to go and say this because I think it just needs to be said.
What?
All of y'all who got these grown children living in your house, I got 4 words for you. Put that ass out. I don't understand that. Now, I'm not talking about all of them, because see, that's what, listen, if you're going through something and you have a little financial trouble, or you're going through a divorce and things are tough right now, you need to go home for a while. That's what family's for.
Right.
To be there for you. For a little while. For a little while. Yeah, because when you come back to my house, I'm like a landlord. I want to move in date and I want to move the hell out date. And don't come up in there and talk about you need a week when you know you need 6 months trying to fool me. Because if you tell me you need a week on the 7th day, I'm arrested. And on the 8th day, I'm going to pack you the hell up out of there, is all I'm saying. You understand what I'm telling you?
I understand,
Because the thing about it is this, I'm not talking about them children, I'm talking about them 40-year-olds that's living in your basement.
Yes.
I'm talking about, mama, can I borrow your car? Hell no, you can't borrow my car. You 40 years old. But a lot of parents that empower them, then they wonder why all the other grown children are mad, because you got the same child keep coming back to the house over and over again. You keep these supposed to be the best years of your life, and you let this child come in and ruin that moment for you. That's crazy as hell. I don't understand. Put them out. Put them out. It's like an eagle. You know what an eagle do? I love nature. See, God teaches us through nature. This is what an eagle do. When the poor eagle have a little chickies, eagle make a nest out of thorns.
Why do that?
Yeah, so when the babies come, they take the feathers and they put it down on top of the thorns so they're comfortable. So when the babies come, they so comfortable. But when the babies stay too long, the eagle fans the feathers. So all that's left in the nest is thorns. So no matter which way the little eagle in there go, they can't get comfortable. And if they still won't leave, she take them and she throw them out the nest.
What?
Yes, she do. And watch them, they be flapping and flapping. Then right before they hit the ground, she go in and swoop down, pick them up, bring them back up. You understand? So she take back up. Do she go in there and put some more feathers? Hell no. You know what she do? She kick them out again. And they go to flapping and flapping, flapping. She run down and catch. By the 3rd time she do that, they flying on their own. Do you understand? Sometime, honey, you just got to make it uncomfortable for your child to get the hell up out of your house. Take the feathers out the nest. Start with the television and work your way to the PlayStation. Do you hear what I'm telling you?
That's good.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm gonna tell you something about this daughter of yours. You got 2 of them. The one that's on them drugs. I've never met one child in this whole life that said, I want to be. You ask a child what they want to be. They say a doctor, a lawyer. They never say, I want to be a drug addict. Something happens to people in their life. That's why you can never judge nobody. Because something happens that make people go in certain directions. And wherever it happens, if you can take them back to that point, you can take them to the healing. But you got to figure out how to get them back to where they went on track. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Every time there's a train derailment, they want to know where the incident happened. You got to take them back to the incident to make them heal. Talk to your daughter, child. Don't judge her. Now, she gonna lie.
I know.
Yeah, a crackhead will lie with the truth to do.
Yeah.
But you talk to her. And then that other daughter of yours, the one I want to see all the papers that you signed for her to have your house, tell her we're going to come pay her a visit. Me, you, and my lawyer.
You and your lawyer?
Yeah, he in this purse. He's with the firm of Smith & Wesson Esquire. Yes. You understand? Now go on call. You ain't supposed to be on the phone. I'm going to talk to this girl because I know this boy on his way over here. Go on talk. I'm keep her busy. Boom shakalaka. What you doing?
Oh, I was talking to the universe.
Child, the universe. Wow. Okay.
Oh, and then I was going to partake of the fruit of the Ignatius tree.
The who tree?
The Ignatius tree. Ignatius?
Oh, wow. What that do?
It brings me calm and balance.
Another kind of tree do that for me. How long you been on this spiritual journey?
Oh, about 2 months.
You been on the journey 2 months?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. That's good. What got you on this spiritual journey?
What do you mean?
I mean, something had to get you on it. I mean, you ain't just start on it all alone, you know. Because Daddy tell me you used to go to church.
Yeah.
Then you left
Yeah.
and went on a journey into the universe, going where no man has gone before.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What happened make you do that? You know, usually when a woman go through a breakup, she'll cut all her hair off, change it. You know how y'all do. Yeah, I mean, you know how we do. We all change. I'm sorry. You know how we do. We change up something. You know.
I think it was just time.
Thought it was time. Ain't nothing happened. Ain't have nothing to do with that man you was messing around with, the married man. The one Heather was talking about, who left his wife and then didn't come marry you when married another woman. Yeah, because there was a third spoke in the wheel and you ain't know about it. Was he in the church?
Yes, ma'am. He was a member.
A member of the church. See, there you go. Now it all makes sense. Man, break your heart, you get mad at God. Honey, you can't compare God to man. Any man, any woman, any human being on this earth is capable of breaking your heart no matter how much they love you, because we're all human, we all make mistakes. Do you understand? So you can't blame God on that. You can't go running out of church because a man hurt you. If you do that, you'll never find peace. Do you hear me? You got to know God for God and man for man. He's not a man that he should lie. Do you understand?
I mean, I hear you, but I couldn't go back into that church.
Why?
I mean, I know I was wrong. I take responsibility for that. But those people in that church judged me. I couldn't go back in there.
Yeah, that bothers me about a lot of churches, honey. A lot of folk in church, they quick to forget. So quick to forget where they come from. Like they always had it together. They can't remember 4 or 5 years ago when they were struggling trying to get through something. That's what bothers me. People come into church and they hurting and they broken, then they leave there even more hurt because they came to the church looking for help, and somebody up in there that made them so upset and worse than what they were. But this is what you need to understand about the church, huh? The church is just like a hospital. When people go to the hospital, see, this is why people have their misconception. This is why you mess up, because you think church is just supposed to be this perfect place. It's not. The church is a place for people who need something. Like the hospital. If you have a cold, you go to the hospital. You need surgery, you go to the hospital. There are departments for everything. If you're in an emergency, you go to the emergency room. If you're in intensive care, you go to ICU. All of that is in a hospital. The church is the same way. When you go to the church, you go up in there looking for healing. Whatever you need, whatever is surgeries you need in your life, you're asking God to help you with. You understand? So when you go up in there, just like when you go to the hospital, you're looking to see the doctor. Don't go up in there looking for nobody but a doctor. When you hear me? So when you go, you ain't understanding what I'm saying. When you go to the hospital, you go in there looking for a doctor. So all I'm telling you is that when you go to church, you better go up in there looking for God. Because anything else is up in there. Do you understand? Let me make it a little clearer for you. Just like people go to the ICU in the emergency room, there are all these little cliques and little things in the hospital, and all them little cliques in the church. That's why the liars can find the liars, the whoremongers can find the whoremongers. It's already up in there. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
That's why when you go up in there, you better have your eyes on God and nothing else. You understand?
I do understand.
So are you going to get yourself hurt, honey? Keep your eye on God and you won't make no mistakes. Just like Peter when he was walking on that water and Jonah in that well passed right by him and messed him up and he started sinking. You got to understand that, honey.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it was Free Willy. I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 2 months since I've been to church, but I don't know if it was that.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't read your Bible.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? All I'm telling you, honey, is keep your eye on God. That's all I want you to understand.
I understand that. It's just I'm so tired of getting hurt. I mean, I thought he was the one. I was praying he was the one.
You was praying that the married man was the one for you? You really have been eating the fruit of the ignorant ass tree right there, honey.
Okay, I never heard it out loud like that.
Yeah, see, that's
before.
what's wrong with a lot of people. They don't say stuff out loud so they can hear it. You need to hear stuff said out loud, honey. You can't pray that a married man. God does things in decency and in order. God don't hook you up with somebody that's already hooked up. And let me tell you, you got to be careful with them people, honey, that you meet that is already married. Or, I don't care if it's a woman, a man, whatever. If you meet somebody that's in a relationship, married all together, you got to be careful with them because they are thieves and they don't even know it.
Thieves?
They are thieves. They have come to steal the best thing that God has given you, your youth. Because see, you'll be hooked up in a relationship with them for 15, 20 years and realize you missed the best days of your life. Because see, when you're in your 20s, you think that's cute. Oh yeah, he married, but it's all right. I got my list. And he got everything I need on my list. He's tall, he's handsome, he make this much money. We're gonna get us a nice house in the suburb. We finna live in Buckhead, then we're in Alpharetta. We gonna go over here. You know, you have your list, your 5-page list. When you're in your 20s. You get in your 30s, you start playing scratch off with that list. By the time you get to them 40s and 50s, that 5-page list has become 5 words. Just to let him be breathing.
That's fine.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Do you hear what
ma'am.
I'm telling you? You got to understand that, honey. You can't let people, like ain't nothing sadder to me than to see a 50-year-old woman in the club. Down at the end of the bar with the same dress on that the 20-year-old got on at the other end of the bar. Talk about I still got it. No, you don't. Time to go home, honey. Go home. But look, I don't judge her. Because somebody stole something from her and she's trying to get it back. Somebody stole the best years of her life and she's still trying to hold on to it. Do you understand? That's why you can't let people steal stuff from you, honey. Them people are thieves. You got to do better than that in your own life. You hear me?
I hear you. Yeah, I just, I'm here and I see these people and it makes me nervous. I'm scared. I'm going to be just like them.
I know it, because you look at your life sometime and you look like you got more years behind you than you have in front of you. And it's a scary time, and a lot of folk go through it. More women go through it than men, where they get to the point where they realize they don't have everything they have. They don't have the love that they wanted. They're not married yet. But they got money, got the house, got the career, got all that stuff, but they don't have the love. And that's a scary place to find yourself, especially when you're looking at getting older. But you have to understand something. Sometimes being alone does not necessarily mean being lonely. You hear me? And you have to learn how to be by yourself. And sometimes God will leave you by yourself until you learn how to be by yourself. Because see, if you ain't ready to be by yourself, then people will really make a fool out of you. Because if you don't know how to be alone, people will be able to run any kind of game on you they want. Because they can threaten you by walking out the door. If you don't do this, I'ma leave. If you don't deal with this, I'ma leave. You understand? And there are a lot of people that's a lot of appointments. It's like, okay, well, please don't leave. To the hell with that. You better not tell me you leave, because I would have packed before you get leak out of your mouth. There'll be a cab outside waiting on you. Do you hear me? I got the gift of goodbye, honey. I will pack you the hell up so quick you want your head to spin. Do you hear what I'm telling you?
I hear what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying to you. You got to understand it, because you can't, all these lists and all this stuff about being lonely, gotta have this, like my aunt. I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story. My aunt was in love with this man. In love with the man. He was perfect. On her list. Everything. But he wasn't no good for her. But there was another man she never paid any attention to, because he wasn't on the list. Everything about the list was wrong with him. The list say tall, he was short. The list say handsome, he was... The list say thick, he was fat. And she didn't pay no attention to him, but the man loved her with the purest love. She didn't even know how much he loved her. And he would just do things for her. She had 4 boys she was raising by herself, going to work every day and night. And he was watch her when it was raining. He'd go pick up because she didn't have a car. He went and bought a car, a little ragged car, left it at the house one day. She was so happy to have that car. She thought it got the best gas mileage in the world. She didn't know he would come in the middle of the night and just fill it up for her. Little things like that. She'd work all day, he'd rub her feet. This man loved her purely. The man that she was in love with kept breaking her heart. One night she got tired of saying, I ain't finna deal with that no more. And her and that man spent some time, had a beautiful night. She fell in love with him. 7 years he chased her. He died the next year. Wasted all of that time. Do you understand how people come to steal things from you? Wasted all that time being hooked up with some fool and missed the best man of her life. To this day, she'll tell you that was the best man of my life. Do you understand?
Wow. Yes, that's sad.
Yeah, but it's all right, honey. That's why you got to wait on God. See, you got to give up them lists and all of that stuff. You know, I know they think like a man to say make your list, but I don't believe you ought to have a list. You understand? So you got to get to a point where you just say, you know what? Let me explain something to you. Whatever you got for me, God, I'm gonna take it. Because sometimes love don't come the way you want it to come. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sometimes love have a hole in the top of the afro. Sometimes love don't have a six-pack, it have a Dunlap.
A Dunlap?
Yeah, the belly done lapped over the belt.
Wow.
You got to get it the way it comes, you understand?
I hear you.
And let me talk to you about this universe thing, because I just started hearing about this universe stuff about 20 years ago. Before that, I ain't never heard nothing about this universe. This thing is scaring me, because people take the Bible and they mix it up with a little this and a little that, and then they mix up this and mix up that. Before you know it, you all confused. They got Christians walking around talking about the universe all mixed up with all this stuff, don't even know that they're on a whole nother path. don't even know that you are off base with what the Bible say because you over there talking about the universe and all this other stuff. Because I don't understand. I ain't read nowhere where the universe was nailed to a cross. And I don't know why you would sit around worshiping the universe when you can worship the creator of the universe. Do you hear me? That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand.
You hear me? Go back to what you know. Go back to what worked for your mama and your grandmama and great-granddad and grandpa. That was Jesus. They was up all night calling on the name of Jesus, walking the floor praying for you, laying hands on you in the middle of the night. When you got sick, they was calling on Jesus. They had the prayer meetings in the house. There ain't nothing wrong with that name. It still works. He ain't gotten away from us. We getting away from him. Do you hear what I'm telling you? So you got to get rid of that, honey. You got to go back to church. You got to go back to what you know. You got to go back to your roots. Go back to church. I ain't going, but you go right on up in there and have yourself a good time.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Now, you just said all of that about me going to church and you won't go?
No, not till they get a smoking section in the bar up in there. I'm not going.
In the church?
Yes, y'all having communion. I'm having Patron. What's up?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going. You hear what I'm telling you?
I do hear what you're saying, and you've given me a lot to think about, and I'm going to pray about it.
You gonna pray about it to who?
To Jesus.
Oh, praise God. Hallelujah.
Wow.
You know, you got to do something nice for people. That's why I came up here to talk to you.
Oh,
Just
thank
to
you
get
so
you
much.
so well. You got to do something nice. Now, do something nice for me. Go on, sign the paper so I can get on the
Just a little
Ooh, you so by the book. Ooh, gosh.
But thank you, though.
You're very welcome, honey.